Good morning, Year 2. It's great to see you for our next online maths lesson. I'm really looking forward to it, so I hope you are too. So this morning in maths, we are going to be focusing on multiplication from pictures. So building on from yesterday's learning of using the multiplication symbol. So please can you pause the video here and write the short day and learning objective. Well done, Year 2. So thinking about our steps to success, today we are going to begin with identifying how many equal groups there are and the amount inside each group. We're going to move on to writing sentences describing the multiplication, followed by writing the multiplication using the multiplication symbol. And of course, when solving a problem, please explain your mathematical thinking. So that's when you'll be saying, I know this because, I agree because, I think it's false because. Okay, so really thinking about always using that word because to extend our reasoning and sharing that in conversation at home or in the classroom. So first of all, during our review phase of the lesson, the question says, some of these are incorrect. Can you draw a correct representation? So what I'd like you to do is pause the video here, have a look at the multiplication, look at the pictures alongside them, and first of all, spot which representations are incorrect. Okay, once you've spotted them, I'd like you to see if you can draw the picture again to match the multiplication correctly. Well done, Year 2. Okay, let's have a look together. So the first multiplication says 3 lots of 5. So we need to check to see that there are 3 equal groups of 5. So there's 1, 2, 3 equal groups with 5 dots inside each equal group. So I'm going to get my purple pen and try my best to get a really neat tick. Brilliant. So that representation matches the multiplication. Okay, moving on. What does this next multiplication say? Well done, 4 lots of 4. So that means that we need 4 equal groups of 4. Okay, let's count the vases together. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, this means that this representation is not correct. So how many more vases do we need to draw? Brilliant, well done, Year 2. We need to draw 1 more vase. I'm going to try my very best. That we have 4 equal groups. Fantastic. Well, I mustn't forget the flowers because how many flowers are inside each group? Brilliant, there are 4 flowers inside each group. Oh, I might just have to draw them quickly. I'm going to draw them as circles. Not very easy on the mouse pad on the laptop. So 1, 2, 3, 4 flowers. So now we have 4 lots of 4. Brilliant. Okay, thanks for your help, Year 2. Let's have a look here at the pencils and the pencil pots. Can you read the multiplication with me? 6 lots of 2. Brilliant. So how many equal groups do we need, Year 2? Well done, we need 6 equal groups. And what is the amount inside each equal group? Brilliant, we need 2 pencils inside each group. So 6 lots of 2. So let's check the amount of equal groups first. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, how many more equal groups do we need, Year 2, to have 6 equal groups altogether? Well done, we need 2 more equal groups. Okay, so testing my drawing again. I'm going to put 1 equal group either side. Brilliant, so now we have, can you count with me to check? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 equal groups. Fantastic. Okay, and how many pencils are inside each group? 2 pencils. Well done. So I'm going to draw my 2 pencils inside each group. They must be equal, so they need to have the same amount. Brilliant. So the picture now represents 6 lots of 2. Okay, let's move on to our last picture. We have a bunch of grapes. Let's read the multiplication together. 1 lot of 8. Oh, what do you think here too? Is this correct or incorrect? Can you explain why? Well done, year 2. So this representation is correct because there is 1 equal group of 8. Okay, because we can see 8 grapes in 1 equal group here. Fantastic. Well done, year 2. Okay, so moving on to our explore, you will see some red apples, some red, juicy, tasty apples, each in a bag. And we have the stem sentences, which says there are equal groups of There are lots of I just want us to pause there. So looking at the first 2 stem sentences, please can you pause the video here and say them aloud at home or in the classroom? Well done, year 2. Okay, let's fill out the stem sentence and say it together. There are 4 equal groups of, how many apples are inside each group? Well done, 5. So there are 4 equal groups of 5. And what you can do, year 2, when checking the amount inside an equal group, you can always cross them off one at a time as you count them. Of course, if the picture is only on the screen, you can hover your finger above it to count. So we know there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 apples. Brilliant. So this means there are lots of Should we say it together? There are 4 lots of 5. Brilliant. Well done, year 2. Okay, let's have a think about the next 2 sentences. So it says multiplied by So I briefly shared this word with you in a previous step of learning. So it's very similar to lots of. It's just another way of saying it. So it's still the same in saying 4 multiplied by 5. Okay, can we say that together? 4 multiplied by 5. Brilliant. Okay, so using these stem sentences to help you, please pause the video and complete the multiplication. You will also need to find the total, or when using multiplication, we often call it the product. Well done, year 2. So the multiplication is, say it together, 4, and we're going to use the word times here, 4 times 5 equals 20. So there are 20 apples altogether. Well done. Okay, so having a look at this picture that we've just focused on together, what does the 4 represent? Please pause the video and share your thinking. Well done. The number 4 represents the amount of equal groups. Brilliant. Okay, so what does the number 5 represent? Please pause the video again. Well done. So the number 5 represents the amount of apples inside each equal group. Brilliant. Now, what does the number 20 represent? Well done. The number 20 represents the total, or when doing multiplication, can you remember what we call it? The product. Well done. So the number 20 represents the product, which is the total amount of apples altogether. Fantastic. Well done, year 2. Okay, so moving on to our next explore question, you will see on your screen a picture of some pneumacon. I wonder whether you could please pause the video here and go through each STEM sentence saying it aloud, so don't worry about recording it in your book, either talking to your talk partner in the classroom or an adult helping you at home to fill in the missing spaces. So think about what we've just been discussing together. Well done, Year 2. Now let's have a look together. So there are equal groups of Okay, first of all, I'm going to count how many equal groups there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can see that there are 6 equal groups. What is the amount inside each equal group? So I'm looking to see what each pneumacon piece represents. Can you help me here too? Well done. So each pneumacon piece represents 10 because there are 10 dots inside each equal group. So let's say the STEM sentence together. There are 6 equal groups of 10. Brilliant. So this means, again, joining in with me, there are 6 lots of 10. Fantastic, Year 2. Thank you for joining in with me. Okay, we're moving on to our next STEM sentence now. That's got that new tricky word in it. Can you remember how you say it? Well done. Multiplied. Should we say it again? Whispering voices. Multiplied. Fantastic, Year 2. Well done. Okay, so we know that multiplied has the same meaning as lots of. So we know, join in with me, Year 2, 6 multiplied by 10 is the STEM sentence. Okay, brilliant. So now we're moving on to the multiplication using the multiplication symbol. When we look at the symbol there, we're going to use the word times. Times equals Can you say it with me, Year 2? 6 times 10 equals, so we need to make 6 10 times bigger. At the moment it is 6 ones. If we make it 10 times greater, 6 ones will become 6 tens. So we need a 0 in the ones column. Brilliant. So 6 times 10 equals 60. Well done, Year 2. Okay, I'm going to ask you some questions now, so please pause the video after each question. What does the number 6 represent? Well done. The number 6 represents the amount of equal groups. Okay, what does the number 10 represent? Well done. Number 10 represents the amount inside each equal group. And what does the number 60 represent? Well done. 60 represents the total, or when we use multiplication, we also call this the product. Well done, Year 2. Okay, so moving on, you will be able to see step 1 questions on the screen. As you can see, there is 1A, 1B, 1C, and 1D. They are all very similar questions, so I suggest that if you feel ready to move on after 1A and 1B, please do. Have fun, Year 2. Well done. I hope you enjoyed step 1. We're now going to move on to exploring step 2 together. So on step 2 explore, it says draw a picture for each sentence. So the first sentence says, you may choose to read with me, 3 lots of 2. 3 lots of 2. So that means 3 equal groups of 2. I wonder if you could pause the video here and have a go at drawing a picture to represent this sentence? Well done, Year 2. I'm just going to share my thinking with you. So 3 lots of 2. So here is 1 equal group of 2. It's 1 lot of 2. 2 lots of 2. 3 lots of 2. So I've chosen to draw 3 pairs of cherries because we know in a pair there is a value of 2. I wonder what the total is, Year 2. Brilliant. Should we answer in a full sentence and say it together? The total is 6. Fantastic. Okay, you may have even said 6 cherries, which would have been super. Okay, so the next sentence says 10 multiplied by 5. Remember, multiplied by has the same meaning as lots of. Please pause the video here and have a go at drawing a picture to represent this sentence. Well done, Year 2. I'm sure you've drawn some amazing pictures. So I'm going to share mine with you now. So 10 multiplied by 5 means that there needs to be 10 equal groups with 5 in each group. So I've got 10 bunches of grapes with 5 grapes in each bunch. But perhaps we can check you can check my picture with me. You ready to count the equal groups? Brilliant, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Brilliant, so there are 10 equal groups. Now please can you help me count to check the amount inside each equal group? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thank you, Year 2. So there are 5 grapes inside each group. Brilliant. Okay, so moving on to the next explore question. Very similar, but this time we have a little bit of a story here. There are 4 baskets. There are 3 dolls in each basket. How many dolls are there altogether? Please pause the video here and draw a picture and write a calculation to solve the problem. Well done, Year 2. I'm going to share my picture with you now, but I'm sure you've drawn some amazing ones. So first of all, I'm going to think about the key information in the story. So there are 4 baskets. So that means there needs to be 4 groups. And there are 3 dolls in each basket. So that tells me that there needs to be 3 in each equal group. Okay, so here are my equal groups. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 equal groups to represent the 4 baskets. And I have 3 dots inside each equal group to represent the 3 dolls in each basket. So I thought I would share with you 2 calculations. So I've got an addition calculation here. I've got repeated addition, which is 3 add 3 add 3 add 3, which equals 12 altogether. Or you may have written this as a multiplication. 4 times 3 equals 12. Well done, Year 2. Okay, so on your screen now, you can see step 2 questions to solve in your book. 2A says draw a picture for each sentence. So 4 lots of 5, 2 multiplied by 4, and 3 times 5. So that'd be 3 different pictures. For 2B, it says complete the sentences for each picture, and likewise for 2C. But 2B and 2C work together in a sense that it asks you at the end after completing them, what is the same about the number sentences and what is different? Do you need to explain in your book, thinking about what each digit represents? Okay, so please pause the video here and complete step 2. Well done, Year 2. You're doing so well this morning. Okay, we're going to move on to exploring step 3 together. So it says the answer is 14. What could the multiplication be? I'm going to start you off year 2 before I'd like you to explore at home or in the classroom. So the first multiplication, I know that we can have 1 times 14. Okay, because 1 times 14 is 14, so you have 1 lot of 14. Okay, I can think of 2 more multiplications. I wonder if you can too. So please pause the video here and explore this question. Well done, year 2. So we can use our Learn It facts here to help us, particularly thinking about our doubles. So when we double, there are 2 lots of the same amount. So I've given you a clue now. 2 times equals 14. What do you think? Well done. 2 times 7. Brilliant. Well done, year 2. Now remember, multiplication is commutative. So the factor pairs can be written in either order and the total, so the product, remains the same. So using this rule, how could we write that multiplication the other way round? Brilliant. So this time we'll start with the factor 7 times 2. Fantastic. Okay. So moving on, it says, now the answer is 16. So our total has changed. What could the multiplication be? Please pause the video here and have a conversation around the multiplications you can think of for the number 16. Well done, year 2. Okay, let's have a look together. So we're going to start with 1 lot of 16. Okay. Can we halve 16? Can we think of another double similar to the number 14? Think about your Learn It's. Well done. We can have 2 lots of 8s. Now remember, multiplication is, what's that fancy word? Should we say it together? Commutative. Well done. So the factor pairs can be written in either order. So say it with me. You can also write it as 8 times 2. Fantastic. Okay. I'm wondering if there are any other multiplications. Can we make any more equal groups with the number 16? Well done. So 4 is a multiple of 16. We can have 4 equal groups. We can have 4 equal groups with 4 in each group. The multiplication is 4 lots of 4. Okay, so I would like you to pause the video here and review our calculations and have a conversation. Can you write more or fewer, so that means less, multiplications for the number 16? Well done, year 2. So we can see that we can write more multiplications for 16, as there are 1, 2, 3, 4, whereas there are only 3 multiplications for the number 14. Well done. Okay, so on your screens now, you will see step 3. Very similar to what we've just explored together. 3A says the answer is 12. What could the multiplication be? So there might be various answers, so more than one multiplication. For 3B, it says now the answer is 15. What could the multiplication be? It then says, can you write more or fewer multiplications for 15? So no, I haven't written a note here to explain, but please explain in your books. Well done, year 2. I'm so proud of you. You've put so much effort into your learning this morning, so well done to you. On your screen now, you will be able to see the answers so that you are able to review your learning with the adult helping you at home. So please pause on the answer page to review your learning. Well done, year 2. You are doing so well whilst working at home. Keep up the brilliant work.